Welcome back, guys. So something I wanted to show you today, and this is a somewhat new thing for me. I haven't done this a lot. I've done it a little, not a lot. I got a couple of holsters here I want to show you. So let me go ahead and tell you up front, these were sent to me to try out. So I am trying them out. I just want to give you guys kind of a preview of them and go over a couple of things and see what we think. So these holsters are a couple of outside the waistband holsters with a paddle attachment. They are from We the People holsters. You can go to their website, wethepeople.com. They are fairly simple Kydex holsters, right? I was asked to check them out, and that's what we're going to do. So I've got two here, one for a Glock 19 19X and one for Glock 43X. One of my sons is going to be trying this with his 43X, and I'm trying this one with my Glock 19. So I'm a bit of a holster stickler. I've got a couple that I like that I've used for years, and I know what I like, and I typically don't venture out and mess with anything else. Not that there's not good things out there to try. I've just got what I like and haven't ever felt the need to try a bunch of different stuff. So my daily concealed carry holster is awesome. But that's not what this is about. This is what I'm used to carrying. So I'm used to holsters that usually use like, I don't remember if this is 0.8 or 0.6 Kydex, but anyway, this is real similar. This is just a simple one-piece folded design. You've got your retention adjustment right here. You can adjust this screw of how much retention is put on the gun or not put on the gun. Holsters can be a finicky thing. Crappy ones are going to be crappy and good ones are going to be good. There's usually not a whole lot of room in between, right? Now, you can go the semi-custom route like I did with this one, which is somebody that I support, or a production route, which is what these are. So some pros and cons. The pro from this standpoint is these holsters are fairly available because they do them in production. Get out of the way, you're bothering me, son. Freaking nosy people jumping in here. And because of that, they're pretty affordable. There's not a lot of bells and whistles and fanciness to it. So for somebody that's on a budget and still needs a decent holster, this very well may be a good option. Now, before I say it is a good option, I want some more time to try it and use it so that I'm not telling you that it's a good option if it's not. Initial impressions are good. I'll go ahead and tell you that it wouldn't be my first choice, but that's kind of biased, and understand what I'm saying. It wouldn't be my first choice because what I've already got is my first choice. Does that make sense? Doesn't mean this is a bad choice yet. So keep that in mind going forward. The holster itself, like I said, is good standard Kydex, nothing cheesy or fancy or suspect there. You've got your typical retention. Some places use two, they only use one. Not a big deal. Typical hardware from what I've seen, I'm throwing it around, from plenty of other holster makers. As far as the fit, this is a standard Gen 3 Glock 19. Good fit. It ain't coming out, but it locks in good, comes out easy. I don't have to force it at all. It's right there, so that's good. Does have a little bit of a sweat guard coming up on the inside right here. One note that I'm trying to think of things as I'm showing you this, good rounded edges. There's not any sharp corners or points or anything like that on it that's going to dig into you or your clothing. That's a good thing. So again, retention's good, molding's good, fits the gun good. I love that it's cut here like it is. So when I grab the gun, there's nothing hitting my fingers. I have tried holsters before, and I don't use them, that covered the trigger guard completely on the bottom and came up into the bottom of the gun right here. And when you tried to grip it, this finger wouldn't allow me to get an actual firing grip on the gun. I can get a firing grip on this. When I draw it, I don't have to alter or change my grip, right? It's already on there as I draw it. I like that. The paddle holster. So I typically in the past have never really used paddles. I've always been either direct belt mount or on my daily inside the waistband, really tight retention clip that fits my belt specifically. I've tried this out a little bit on my pants. I don't have any complaints yet. So far it's worked. Again, I want to get some more time with it. The catches that it's got on the inside of the paddle right here, I don't know if y'all can see them on camera, but right here and down here, those tend to catch really good on the inside of your pants, and I've not had any problems with the holster coming out with me drawing it. This channel right here, if you can see right through there, is about the width of a 1.5 inch belt. So theoretically you could actually put this between your pants and your belt, not necessarily in your pants, and it's going to catch on your belt, and if you're wearing your belt tight like you should, it'll fit right in that channel right there and lock in just fine. You've also got these wings right here that are canted inwards that serve to catch not only your belt but your pants as well. So like your belt's going to curve around through here, and that's going to catch like that. Same inside the pants. Theoretically that should all work great. You do have the ability to adjust this multiple different ways as far as setting the cant on it, whether you want it straight up and down, forward cant, reverse cant, whatever floats your boat. So overall looks pretty good. The one, at this point, questionable point that I've got, and we've got to check it out and see, is there's flex right here between the screws, and don't pay attention down here. Up here is where I'm talking about. There's a little bit of flex in there. I want to make sure that that's not an issue when you're rolling around on the ground, drawing the gun in a hurry, etc., for that to come out and break. I don't suspect it would be, but I want to make sure that it's not. I should also point out that there's 2 sets of mounting holes on the holster itself, so you can drop this down one more notch if you want it to ride a little lower or a little higher, just depending. So stay tuned. I want to get some actual, more hard time in with this, and I will let you guys know my verdict and thought. Initial thoughts are pretty favorable. This holster goes for $50. Their inside the waistband version goes for $40. That's not a bad price for a decent Kydex holster. It might not be the fanciest in the world, but again, if you're on a budget, as long as it functions okay and the durability is okay, then that's really the primary things you got to look for. So budget-minded everyday folks, this might be a ticket for you. I will let you know. I'm going to try it, and we will see where things go. So that's it on the holsters. After I found out about these guys, I actually made an order on my own, with my own money, of something else that I wanted to show you. So here's a little bonus part of this video. I, again, purchased this on my own. They didn't send it to me. And holsters aside, this is a second little part. I got one of their multi-packs of bacon jerky. Now, I should go ahead and tell you guys I am an unabashed fan of bacon in just about any form. And I will go ahead and tell you that all of these packages right here are empty. There is nothing in these packages. There's a reason why there's nothing in those packages. Bottom line up front, this is good stuff right here. I'm a fan of this. So they've got applewood smoked flavor, old-fashioned maple flavor, western barbecue seasoned flavor, and sriracha flavor. They're all gone except the sriracha. And the sriracha's not gone for two reasons. Number one, I'm just not a fan of sriracha. Just me. Number two, my oldest son is, so I'm saving that for him. I just wanted to get this video made before I gave it to him. In order of preference, I will say that my number one flavor of all of these was the applewood. The applewood smoked flavor was awesome. I could eat a metric ton of this stuff, like to the point of making myself sick. Tied for second place is the old-fashioned maple, which honestly was like taking regular bacon, and if you're like me, after you've ate some good waffles and you got that little bit of maple syrup left in the plate, you take the bacon and you're dipping it in the leftover maple syrup. That's about what that was like. It's quite fine stuff. Also tied for second place was the Western Barbecue Seasoned. Very interesting flavor in a good way. I liked it. Had a little bit of a peppery after hint to it to me, which was magic. I mean, it just worked great. Those two are tied for second place for me. And then, of course, fourth place for me would be the sriracha. But again, that's just because I'm not a sriracha fan. I'm sure it's probably just fine if you like sriracha. So, as your bonus clip for this video, go check out the bacon jerky. That's good stuff right there. I'll put a link to that down in the description box. The bacon jerky's happening. I will be ordering more of that regardless of how the holsters work out. Holsters could be great, holsters could be horrible. If the holsters fell apart tomorrow, I still order more of that bacon jerky. So, for whatever that's worth. Alright guys, check that out. You guys take care. I will report back once I've got more time in with these, and we will see where they go. Thanks as always. I'll see you guys later.